Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea and I do all kinds of videos like mommy, lifestyle, vlogs, etc. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe right down below before you go. Ha, that rhymed. But anyways, I'm gonna jump right into the video. And as I start all of these out, you know I'm gonna apologize for my daughter, Emmeline, because she's watching her show and I know that you can probably hear that in the background. So I'm gonna apologize for that. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video. This is going to be my 28 to 29 week pregnancy update. I am currently 29 weeks, 6 days pregnant. So tomorrow I will be officially 30 weeks pregnant. So the day that you guys are seeing this, I am 30 weeks pregnant, and it blows my mind that I'm gonna meet my little man in just 10 short weeks, of course, if he arrives on his scheduled date. But anyways, I don't know, it just so crazy. The first symptom that I want to talk about is the fact that I've been experiencing a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. I experienced these more so in my 28th week of pregnancy versus this week. I still have them, but for some reason during the 28th week, I had them so much, and I knew they were normal, and I had a doctor's appointment and had explained that as well, and he had said the same thing, that that's very normal. Obviously, if they get stronger or if you can't, you know, at the point where you can't breathe through them, etc., then you need to go to the emergency room, see labor and delivery. So they never got to that point. This is my second pregnancy, so I did have Braxton Hicks contractions with my first pregnancy as well. I don't know how early they started though, because I wasn't documenting things the way that I'm doing now, and I wish that I would have, because then I could look back and say, oh, it's around the same time, you know what I mean? So this week I have also been experiencing those Braxton Hicks contractions, just not as often as through the 28th week. Something that's come about within the last couple weeks has been really bad pain in my lower back and into like my butt, like where my tailbone is. It's been so bad, guys. I can't even begin to tell you. Sometimes I'm like this close to crying because that's how painful it is. And this is definitely not something that I had in my first pregnancy. This is new to me. In my first pregnancy, I definitely experienced the lower back pain, but not to this severity. And like I said, it's a lot harder this pregnancy as well, because I have a toddler to take care of, and there's always stuff to do when, you know, you're a mom and you have a child or more than one child to take care of. So it's definitely hard, and it's hard on my back. And I'm at the point where walking is so painful for me. Not every day, but if I'm out walking a lot, or if I go for a walk with my daughter, by the time we come back, I'm in a lot of pain. So a few weeks ago, you guys remember that I have been telling you that I've been still very active in the gym. I've still been, you know, continuing my routine, but that has definitely diminished within these last few weeks. The back pain and the pains in my butt and my tailbone and my hips has just gotten so bad that the thought of even going to the gym and doing any type of cardiovascular activity or any type of training for that matter just makes my body hurt thinking about it. So I have kind of stood clear from the gym. Today I feel okay, so I might try to go later. It's driving me crazy not being active because I'm so used to being active, but you have to listen to your body at the same time. And if my body's telling me that I am in this much pain, I don't want to go do something that's going to potentially make it worse. I haven't spoken to my doctor about the bad lower back pain and the bad pain in my butt because I haven't seen him just yet. I see him in I think 3 weeks. Yeah, because I think I see him when I'll be 33 weeks pregnant. So I will be bringing this up to him then. I did have a doctor's appointment, and I'm not sure if I had mentioned this before or not, but baby boy, at not the last ultrasound, but the ultrasound prior to that, he had shown that there was fluid in his kidneys. And the doctor had scheduled another ultrasound, which I just had 2 days ago, in order to see if the fluid had kind of gone away on its own. He had assured me that this is extremely common in baby boys in the womb, that for some reason they get a fluid in their kidneys and it sort of resolves itself on its own. So as a parent, obviously I was worried anyways, regardless of the doctor telling me not to. So we did have our ultrasound, and fluid is completely gone out of his kidneys. The ultrasound tech told me that. I haven't spoken to the doctor about the results of the ultrasound just yet. Like I said, I see him in about 3 weeks, so he'll be going over the ultrasound with me. Another concern of his was that our baby was measuring a little large for where he should be. So he also wanted to check and see how much bigger he's grown, etc., to see, you know, there could potentially be a possibility of us being induced if he's obviously too big at the end of my pregnancy. But I will see the doctor in a few weeks, and I'll update you guys then on what he says. My urge to nest is still very prominent. If you follow the vlogs that I post, then you know this. I just feel a need to do everything and anything. And that's probably also why my back ends up hurting at the very end of the day. And I don't know what it is. It's just my energy level is high at this point, and I just want to get things done. I am ready to have everything ready. I want to go into the hospital knowing that everything at the house is done and complete. And if you guys have been following us a while, you know that we purchased this home in April, and we still haven't finished completely all of the painting. And I want to do it, but my husband is, you know, very stern about saying, do not paint. You will not paint without me. I don't want you smelling those fumes all day. I will do it. But when you just want to get things done, you just want to do them, because I'm home and he's at work. So it would be easier if I could just do it. But I get where he's coming from, and I do listen to him in that aspect, and I don't just go on a whim and paint everything like I really want to. But if it were up to me, I would be painting everything right now, because I want to get that done so bad. And our playroom is not yet done, and looking at that room, it's right over here, drives me up the wall. But on another note, we did get baby boy's room 90% done. He does need a few more like decorative things in there, and we need to get some shelving, and then his room will be complete, and that's gonna be awesome. Also, our baby shower is coming up this Saturday, so we'll be getting things for his room as well, as far as like clothes. So I'll be doing laundry and stuff to put his clothes away in his dresser and whatnot. So that's always exciting. But yes, back to the main subject, is the nesting is real. I want to clean everything, scrub the floors, paint everything. I just want everything to be perfect, because when I get home from the hospital with baby boy, I want to just focus on him and not have to worry about things around the house that need to get done. Another symptom that I've had more so recently is pregnancy brain. And I've had pregnancy brain these past 2 pregnancies, so this is not anything new, but I've definitely noticed it a lot more within these last 2 weeks. If you guys watched yesterday's vlog, I explained to you that I lost my military ID, and I am the most organized individual when it comes to important documents like that. And for me to lose such an important piece of identification is just not like me in the slightest bit. And I couldn't even tell you the last time that I even had my military ID. And that's so unlike me. Even my husband was like, I can't believe that you, of all people, lost that. You never lose things like that. And it's so true, I don't. I always know where everything is. All of my important documents are in folders and they're all labeled. I'm crazy and I'm OCD like that. So that was definitely out of the usual for me. And it's just funny because that just isn't me. And it's also funny that I am constantly messing up my words, or I'm saying things backwards, or they just come out like gibberish, and that's also not like me. So pregnancy brain has also been real these last 2 weeks. I haven't had any food aversions, I don't think, at all this pregnancy, so I'm extremely grateful for that. But within these last 2 weeks, I have been craving sweets more than anything else. And I'm normally the type to crave salty foods. I don't normally crave cookies or ice cream or things like that. It's just not me. And lately, I just have wanted all the sweets and M&Ms and Reese's, like candy sweets. And I've only caved into that, I think, maybe 3 times within the last few weeks. So I don't feel horrible about that, but that's definitely not me being on my A game as far as like health is concerned, because I normally steer clear of those things except for like once a week I'll indulge, but it's been a little bit more than once a week. And I've recently taken a step back and not indulged as much. Like I said, our baby shower is this weekend, so I plan on indulging at the baby shower. So I don't want to go crazy overboard, you know, the weeks leading up to that, because like I said, we try to do like the bad foods 1 day a week. So cravings these last 2 weeks have definitely been sweets. Another appointment that I had this week, and it wasn't necessarily an appointment because I am a military wife, so I use the military hospital as far as all of my health needs are concerned pretty much, especially with this pregnancy. And at a normal doctor's office, they do, you know, you have your appointment or you have your ultrasound and then you have your testing done there. Well, with a military hospital, you know, there's different floors, obviously, because it's a hospital. So I had to have my glucose test done before my appointment. So I had to go downstairs, get my glucose test done, and then a few hours later go upstairs and have my regular appointment. It's craziness at military hospitals. But anyways, I had my glucose test done, and I'm assuming everything went fine. Like I said, I haven't seen my doctor since that testing, since that particular day. So he hasn't gone over anything with me, and I would assume that they would call me if something came back abnormal or high. So I haven't received a phone call, which is always good news. I didn't have gestational diabetes with my first pregnancy either, so I didn't anticipate having it with this pregnancy, but you never know. So not receiving a phone call back is definitely good news. I've been feeling a ton of fetal movement, a lot more than my first pregnancy for sure. My daughter moved in my tummy, obviously, where I knew that she was okay, but this little guy kicks all day and punches all day, and I can see him being such a hyper little baby. And I assumed that maybe the second pregnancy or the second baby would be bad because my daughter is so good. So I was like, he's gonna be the terror of my 2 children. But anyways, yes, a lot of fetal movement. He has started hiccups within the last few weeks. He may have had them before, but I just couldn't feel them. But now I can definitely tell when he has hiccups. In my first pregnancy, my daughter had a ton of hiccups all the time, and I always felt it when she had them, and it's starting the same way with him as well. He has hiccups all the time, which is completely normal. Within these last 2 weeks, my feet have started to swell. Now, it's not any crazy type of swelling. With my first pregnancy, my ankles, I think I mentioned this to you guys before, that my ankles literally just went like straight down to feet. There was no ankle. And with this pregnancy, I mean, I'm only just about 30 weeks, but I haven't experienced swelling thus far. This is the first week that I've actually noticed it, and it's mostly like the tops of my feet and my toes, which is odd. At least I feel like that's weird. It might not be weird. Some of you might experience the same thing, but with my first pregnancy, it was mostly like my ankles and the tops of my feet. But right now, at the end of the day, my feet are a little swollen and they have, you know, that swelling at the top and on my little toes. So, and it's not painful. I don't know if it's gonna get worse, especially since I experienced such bad swelling with my daughter in my first pregnancy. So it very well could get worse, but I'm praying that it doesn't, because I remember that being so painful. But I'm hoping that it's not bad, and I'm hoping that because I haven't gained as much weight that it won't be so bad. Which leads me right into my next topic, which is weight gain. Last I checked, which was about a week ago, I had gained 16 pounds in total during this pregnancy, and that would have been my weight at my 28th week. So I haven't weighed myself this week, but I will be weighing myself before my next pregnancy update for you guys, just to let you know where I stand as far as weight is concerned. But most of the time my diet's clean, 90% of the time, 10% bad, which I feel is, you know, an okay balance, especially when you have cravings as a pregnant woman. So it's not been bad, but I will weigh myself next time in order to update you guys on that. And that's gonna bring us to an end of this pregnancy update. I'm about to show you guys my belly, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next pregnancy update. Bye guys. Guys, how cute is this sweater? It says, "This is what I'm thankful for." I actually wore this my last pregnancy as well, and it's got the little handprints down here at the bottom. Don't mind my belly button. But I love this little sweater. I actually got it from Ross, but I got it from Ross about a year ago, so I don't know if they still have it. But anyways, this is the front bump. I'm getting very massive. And my side bump. He's very big. And the other side. So, big kid in there. And I don't have any stretch marks as of yet. I don't know if I updated you guys on that. But I didn't get stretch marks my first pregnancy, and so far I don't have them during this one.